Hello, let us learn about contrast media for cardiac MR study. This is as per ACR Manual on Contrast Media 2021 guidelines. Gadolinium compounds are commonly used contrast medium for cardiac MR study. These gadolinium chelates are classified into linear agents and macrocyclic agents. As we see over here, linear agents do not fully surround the gadolinium ions, while macrocyclic agents are fully surrounding the gadolinium ion. This makes it more stable and relatively less toxic. These gadolinium compounds are thus divided into linear and macrocyclic groups, which are further divided into ionic and non-ionic groups depending on its viscosity. Gadolinium is basically paramagnetic substance with unpaired electrons. It causes shortening of the T1 relaxation time of adjoining protons. T1 shortening is the effect through which gadolinium causes enhancement. Basically, these are extracellular agents, and to evaluate the effect of gadolinium, we obtain T1 weighted late gadolinium enhancement images. These are images obtained after 10 minutes of IV administration, and they are very crucial to provide clue for the tissue characterization. As we see over here, the normal myocardium, the gadolinium will not be retained, but wherever there is fibrosis, gadolinium will be retained in the extracellular space, and they will be seen on this late gadolinium enhancement images. Interstitial fibrosis, some amount of gadolinium can also be retained in the interstitium and can be seen. However, please note that use of gadolinium compound as MRI contrast is still an off-label use as per FDA. Different gadolinium compounds with T1 relaxivity are mentioned here. Just to enumerate, Gadovist and Multihans have the maximum T1 relaxivity, so they will definitely give you better images. To enumerate the adverse effect, usually gadolinium compounds are very safe. However, rarely it can cause acute allergic reactions. The other cause of concern in the literature have been described as nephrogenic systemic fibrosis and deposition in neuroparenchyma. Acute allergic reactions are very mild and self-limiting. They can present with itching, coughing, and hives on the skin. However, they are rare and approximately 1 to 2% incidence. So, in case if you are scanning 100 patients in a month, 1 or 2 patients may have vomiting on the MRI table. Moderate and severe allergic reactions are extremely rare. Nephrogenic systemic fibrosis is more seen in patients with advanced renal failure, dialysis patients, and this basically happens as a fibrosis of the skin and connective tissue. It may develop after months and years, and that is one of the source of concern of the usage of gadolinium. However, careful renal screening, that is screening with the EGFR and serum creatinine and use of newer this macrocyclic agents have eliminated this disease. Not a single case of NSF has been documented since 2009. These are the ACR recommendations that there is no GFR screening is needed if patient does not have diabetes, no hypertension, age less than 60 years, or no pre-existing renal disease. This is the classification of renal failure. So in case if the renal failure is severe or very severe, which means EGFR less than 30, then only those patients are more at risk. Otherwise, we can easily use this group 2 contrast agent. Again, to enumerate, Gadovist and Multihans are few common MRI safe contrast medium with good relaxivity and good set of images. Gadolinium deposition in brain, like other metals, even gadolinium can be seen in neuroparenchyma, dentate nucleus, globus pallidus, basal ganglia are few of the sites. However, its clinical significance is still uncertain till date, and it is more seen with linear agents, and hence they are banned, and it is more common with more exposure. But however, in case whether it causes any adverse effects, it is still unknown. Similar simplified subjects can also be found on cardiacmrisimplified.com. Please stay tuned to mricardiac.com for similar videos. And any feedback and suggestions, please mail us on info@mricardiac.com. Thank you.